Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another another Minecraft tutorial. Yes, and today we are going to be building this wheat farm. Yeah, a wheat farm. And now I hear you guys thinking a wheat farm. That's a simple one. You can just put the villagers in a box and they do their thing. But I've got a few reasons why you should try this one. First off, you get a lot of more control of your item flow. And that's a big one because you don't have items sitting around uh, causing lag or despawning. Secondly, when you have villagers just on top of a wheat field, they tend to have the ability to create bread out of the wheat. And if you do it like this, then there's no possibility of them picking up the wheat or the seeds for that matter. So you don't have to fill up their inventory beforehand. You can just put them in there and it's gonna work. So and it also produces bone meal passively. That's amazing too. Before we start, there are two things I wanted to mention. First off, we got the sugar box loader here. I did a tutorial on that. That's gonna be linked in the top of your screen right now. And I'm not gonna build it now on camera, so I've already done it on that side. And also, there's just a simple item filter here. It's just the standard impulse item filter. And I kind of just expect everybody to already know how this works. If you don't, well, there are enough tutorials on the internet to show you how this works. Essentially, yeah, you just have the item filters in here. So that filters out the wheat. So we're gonna just start off from that point on here when we're gonna build it. And in terms of the items you're gonna need, everything is in this chest. Just about everything. You need some building blocks. You need some wool to lay the redstone on because, of course, you have to do the wool on the redstone. And some rails, some redstone stuff. You can pause the video here and check it out in more detail. So if you're ready to start and build it with me, then let's go. First off, we're gonna have one hopper going on top of there, going right down. Then behind that, we're gonna have two hoppers going this way. And then we're gonna put one block up there, so we can put another hopper right there. Then we're gonna put in a block right there, and go 3 this way. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4. Break these. Go 1, 2, 3 like that, and break this and put another hopper right there. So you got this little wing figure right there. Then from this hopper, we're gonna put a wool there, then a comparator facing outwards. Then we're gonna, oh, I forgot the redstone. You have one redstone dust there, go down like that, another redstone dust, go over like that and up like that. Then put a repeater down there and a torch underneath here. So that's our item filter. Then we're gonna just go back to this side and I will show you how I set up the filters. So you got 5 in the first 3, then 6 in the last one, and the filter item you want there. Some people do it differently, but I chose to do it this way because you get a really big buffer in the first slot before it fills up and clogs your system. So we're gonna take some of those items and we're gonna head back. Gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do this. And there you go. And then put one item in there. See, nothing happens. If you put another one in, it drops down. So that's your item filter. Then on the end of this hopper line, we're gonna go like this because you want to go up. Let me quickly grab one of these blocks. Then we're gonna, from the bottom, we're gonna go 2. You're gonna grab a comparator to check if there's something in there. Then I repeat it to get a bigger signal strength. Then we're gonna loop back around. Then we're gonna put another repeater down there and connect it up. This is your clock that's gonna send the seeds back up as soon as they enter this one. This, I think it's a dropper. Yeah, it's a dropper. It just has to be a dropper, otherwise it won't work. Because this is an old style item elevator that sends items through a column of solid blocks, in this case glass, but every block works. You see it in action here. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Need to grab that. And then we're gonna make the unloading station. So we're gonna go like this. And one up there, I think. Like that. And then we're gonna have a comparator there. A torch there. Some dust there. And another block on top of there. And now every time the minecart drops items into this hopper, it will detect it and it will immediately shut this off so the cart won't just go away again. So that's the first part done. Next up is the minecart and the minecart rails. I'm just gonna show you the first part here. That's you're gonna go from the hopper, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 out this way. And then 1, 2, 3 like that in. And then it's just a big 9x9 platform with rails on it. So I think I'm gonna do that in a little time lapse. So after we put in that, we got this platform here with the rails on it. You just put a row of redstone blocks underneath here in the floor. You can choose to make the powered rail section a little bit smaller if you want, but this will just speed up the cart to its maximum velocity every time, so it just goes run faster. Next up, I'm gonna build a little box around it. Next up, we're gonna put a platform of dirt on top of these rails. As you can see, I already put in the minecart, upper minecart. So you can just start on top of here and fill this gap in. After you finish this platform, you can also just plug this little hole there. We're gonna find the middle of it. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the middle block. You're gonna put a slab on the bottom of that and then put some water in there. The water will get waterlogged, and that means that it doesn't flow down and touch the rails or anything. And then we're gonna fill all this. So after you've tilled all this land, you can just go ahead and put in all the seeds. It's gonna take some time for them to grow, and it's also gonna make it much easier to place trapdoors on top of there. I went for oak trapdoors because they have holes in them. I don't know if the trapdoors that don't have holes in them cause problems for this, but I like to think that because they have holes in it, you can see through them and they work better. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah. From here, we're gonna build up a wall. Oh, the wall further. Gonna go 2 up. And then we're just gonna layer the trapdoors all over where the wheat is. So let me just go ahead and do that. So I've built up the wall too high. And as you can see, I also put in some glowstone in the walls on the axis. And I've left a little space on this side. Normally you want it to be in the middle, but I miscounted the hopper line. So on this side, it's a little bit short, but in theory that shouldn't matter. I've also placed glowstone on top of the slab, so everything down there is lighted enough for the stuff to grow. And from here, we are going to make the little villager hideout. So for the villager hideout, we just made a little box. You got a 3x4 little area here. We're gonna leave these two spaces right there open, and for the rest we just have some glass in there so you can see what's going on. And for now we're just gonna fill up these little holes, and then we're gonna put the villagers in. So we left these little holes because all the seeds that get up to the villagers, if they have spare, then they're gonna compost it, and we want that bone meal. This design takes 2 villages, so we're gonna have 2 composters over this side. Villagers can still walk in between here, so that's perfect. Then we're gonna put a chest right there. It can still be open because there's glass there. That should be glowstone. So let me just quickly put in a piece of glowstone there. If I can make it, just gonna do it like this. Then we're gonna grab some hoppers and we're gonna go in here. Let's just remove those quickly and then put those on top of there. So now every time the village is compost and it gets turned into bone meal, the hoppers will pick it up and put it into the chest there. It's not really efficient or anything, but yeah, why not, you know? You're gonna compost it anyway, so why not just pick it up? Next up, we're gonna fill in these corners. And then we can fill this in with glass. And I like to do this with glass because, yeah, I just like to hang out on the outside and look in, watch them work, see if everything works. So that's perfect. Then next up, we're gonna need 2 beds because the villagers need to sleep. So we're gonna put 2 beds right there. And then we have to hook up our item elevator. So the item elevator is gonna go straight up into there. It's gonna come out in between those beds. That's by design because the villagers will always return to this spot, so they will always pick up those seeds. Just make sure that the elevator is solid blocks on every side, so the items travel up like that. And then we're gonna put in the villagers. We have 2 in them. Normally you would just minecart them in through the top. You can just open the roof up on this side and drop them in with the minecart or anything. And then all that's left is putting a roof on it. So now I've put the roof on. I used bottom slabs for the outside in this part because bottom slabs, well, they make it spawn free, so that's 2 birds with 1 stone. But in the middle you can't, because if you do that, the villagers won't be able to get back there. As you can see, they already struggle to do that. Do they even? I think I need to do this. Then they walk down here. I'm just gonna raise the whole roof here, just to be sure they can fit underneath here. And then the middle part is just raised, as you can see. And then if you do that, you have to make sure to put some torches on there to light everything up. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through what's gonna happen here now. Those villagers, they have an empty inventory. And if I can, I'm just gonna do game rule random tick speed 3000. Oh. So you can see everything grow up. And as you can see, the villagers are able to pick up or harvest the wheat through the trapdoor. But they are not able to pick it up through the trapdoor. So both the wheat and the seeds will remain down there. The minecart will pick everything up down here. It will unload everything on the unloader here. The wheat will get filtered out, the seeds will go this way and go back up here. So the villagers will pick up the seeds, they will replant, because they also can replant through here. Oh, there are the seeds again. And then if they have any extra seeds, they will compost it for you and you get bone meal from it. So yeah, you got an extraordinary amount of control over your items, your villagers. You can speed this up if you want. You can make this little box here bigger and put in 2 extra villages or 3 extra villages. But with testing, I noticed that 2 villages seems more than enough for this 9x9 area. And it will just continue to produce wheat and bone meal for as long as it's loaded in the world. I don't know if there's already some wheat in there. See, there's already some wheat in there. It's working. Beautiful. So, that's about it, people. If you followed along and you've built it exactly as I did, then it should work. Just broke a piece of the roof. Yeah, you see the villagers just going ham here, and they will produce all the wheat in the world I need. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment and I will try to answer it for you. But for me, that's everything today. I hope you enjoyed and see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.